I had someone ask me yesterday. I was in a coaching session with a very, very big producer, and we were over in Birmingham, and he was checking us out, you know. And so he was sitting with me, and he said, "Well, I've done this and I've done that, and I'm this in production, and I'm that, and I'm this, I'm sitting there and I'm listening to all the glory of who he is. And he said, "Yeah, so I guess I just don't understand, like, how are you going to change my business?" And so he then proceeded to ask me how many homes I had sold, and he asked me how many, like, buyer's agents I've had, and how many teams I've built, and how much in volume I've done. And, he proceeded, yeah, I know, right? That's how I was looking at him. I'm like, okay. So I sat there and I listened, and, he's qualifying me. Can't be mad at somebody for qualifying. And when he finished talking about himself and asking me all the questions that he wanted to ask me to qualify me, I asked him, I said, "So let me ask you a couple of questions." And I started with, "Tell me a little bit about what you know about your team. What motivates them? How long do you think they'll stay with you? What is it about your leadership that engages them? How do you know that your team is going to want to be a part of your team in 10 years? Tell me a little bit about your leadership style. Talk to me about your numbers." Shortly into the conversation, he understood better. And I said to him, "Here's the deal. I'm not trying to take anything away from selling homes and how difficult it can be. It's hard work selling houses. What's even harder work is the internal growth and the responsibility to grow yourself into who you're supposed to be, so that you are actually eligible to become the mega agent, the mega team. All of that is only available to you if you become who you're supposed to be. Your ceiling of accomplishment gets pretty low when who you are as a person is not eligible for the opportunity. And then when your head is hitting the ceiling and you don't understand what's happening, why can't I break through? Why can't I break through? I'm doing all the right things. I'm saying all the right things. I'm trying all the right things. Why can't I break through? The lack of breakthrough is due to the lack of growth in yourself as a person. So, the value of having a leadership coach is that I am more interested in your personal development than I am in beating you down about your numbers. Now, for any of you who have sat with me, you know that I will beat you down about your numbers. That is a consistent conversation, because without consistency and without application of everything you've learned, you are not going to hit your goals. Here's the reality. The reality is, if you're not going after what you've been told is going to work, it is for a reason. And the reason usually has something to do with how you speak to, what you think about, what you say to, how you feel about yourself. And those type of things are addressed in personal growth and personal development. So as your leadership coach, I am going to be speaking with you and imparting into you the next few weeks about the value of losing, because you're going to lose sometime.